Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of For the Long Haul podcast. So usually Blaine does the intro, but I decided to do it before he was able to do it today.
Why are you rushing so much?
I don't
Sim-
know.
Simmer down.
I mean, I am drinking coffee, so maybe the caffeine's finally hitting me.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble now.
But anyway, okay, so before we begin the episode, I need to ask you this, because right before we started recording, you got up, went to go do something fast, and came and sit back down. Is that show behind you in plastic?
No. I'm trying to see what. Uh, there's a bowl on the table which looks really good. That?
Oh,
This?
wait, those are pillows.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way you got up and all that, and the way your chair was angled, it kind of made it look like that was a I think a love seat or something like that. And I was like, is that covered in plastic?
I don't remember what's in that bowl. Victoria drinks water at that cup. That cup's mine. And I was like, I used to drink. It helped me drink a lot of water. And I was like, I used to drink water out of it. And I told her that. I was like, the straw, it just makes you drink more water. And she's been using that since. And then I think that bowl's hers. Well, I'm going to wash some stuff later. So I'll pull that in the rest of the dishes and clean it.
I don't see that. That reminds me of whenever I used to drink. I used to buy like there's 3 little. I think it was 3 littles. No, wait, littles is the other system, not the one we use.
Metric?
Metric. Thank you. What's the house called again?
Customary.
Is it really? Okay. So like you know how customary is 3 quarters, I think.
Yeah.
For like 3 quarters is like 3/4 of a gallon, which is yeah, yeah, because four
Sure.
gallons equals 4 quarters equals a gallon. Yeah,
Quarters, you mean quarts.
quarts. Yeah, four
But
quarts
is it
equals
4 quarts in a gallon or is it
yeah
8?
four quarts in a gallon.
Is it really 4 or is it 8?
No, no, no. I think it's
I'm not
God.
positive. How many quarts in a gallon?
Our system is
It
so
may be
confusing.
4. No, that's 4. Okay.
Okay, that you just saying that reminds me whenever I used to buy the 3 quarts jugs of water and drink those like within a couple of days.
3 quarts.
Yeah, the
Oh,
big
because
jug
it's
ones.
0.75 gallons.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like
Apparently, the winter weather advisory here has been extended for another couple hours,
oh
which is
no.
interesting because there's no rain on the forecast. But okay.
Well, actually, before we get into the episode, so I learned this probably about a month or two ago. Whenever you go to your weather app and it says 30 is whatever percentage says chance of rain, snow, and all that, that's of how many. That's actually the percentage of people that are likely to see that in your area, not the chance of it happening in the area. If that makes any sense. The way I was told, it made 100% sense.
No,
So
no,
like,
no. It makes sense, but why do they choose that?
I don't know. I just thought it
I
was
mean,
just
it's almost the same when you consider it. If you have people evenly spread across an area, it's, the percentage likelihood of an area getting it or the percentage likelihood of the people in the area seeing it, what amount of them. I
see. I
mean,
always thought
ain't
it
it
was
almost
like
the
the.
same?
I always thought it was the percentage was like of it happening over the entire area, not like it just being like only a small percentage of only that percentage could possibly see that.
Well, yeah, that's how I kind of feel about it. It's just, the whole area, like Cedar Park has a 30% chance of rain. But I feel like still that's almost the same, you know? Like Cedar Park people in it have a 30% chance of seeing rain. If you consider the whole area, 30% of that can see rain. 30% of the people. I mean, it's an interesting thing to know, but it's interesting how that is.
Yeah. But okay. So anyway, you guys, welcome back to another episode of. I already did that. I already did that.
Yeah, you did all this. I don't know why you did this so early. You just and you
I
went
don't know.
nuts.
All right. So do you want to? So you talk for me. I can't talk.
Oh my goodness. Well, I got my phone muted. That's good news. I think so. Yeah, it's on vibrate. Hopefully it doesn't vibrate. But so on today's episode, what we want to talk about is getting back into the gym.
Oh,
And
also, I guess you can say probably getting into the gym for the first time too, if you haven't gone to the gym
that's a
before.
good point. Or getting into the gym.
Yeah.
And we've touched on this a little bit before, but we're already, just about we're gonna be March here. It is pretty much March when this will get released, I guess.
Yeah, it should
And
be.
so it's March. And so now you're in the third month. And a lot of people, it is getting back into the gym or getting into the gym to start. They either have procrastinated on their New Year's resolutions, or they have just entirely. Is that you?
Yeah,
Trying to
I've
see
only
where am I at?
been once, and then well, I'll get into that in a second.
And so, yeah, and I hadn't been at the gym at all this year.
I thought you
And
did.
no, I haven't. I mean, part of it is just the fact that how often I'm at work. Like the last 2 weeks.
What was the last year that you said you went to the gym a little bit when after you moved? Or am I just making that up? I
I
may be
never
making it
moved
up.
last year.
There you go.
Oh wait, I got you. I just maybe talking about. I haven't been no. And so I mean, I have lost weight. I'm technically going on large amounts of walking just because of work,
Mhm.
and it's should be somewhat evident. When we started videoing, I think it was the beginning of the year, though, wasn't it? Right at like December at the end of it or something,
Yeah.
beginning January. And so I already lost, I think, like 12, 14 pounds at that point, anyways. And I'm about at the same point now. I don't want to lose any more weight. And so I've been eating more and a little bit more junk here and there, but still, I walk so much at work. I don't
But
have to work out, but I still need to work out or want to work out
it's
for my
also
own.
honestly, I honestly think it's easy for you to eat a bunch of food and not gain that much weight because I honestly think you have a high metabolism.
Yeah, as long as I'm active,
Although
I do.
I do
If
know somebody that has a higher metabolism than you, and I am so jealous of them.
As long as I'm active, I have a very high metabolism. But if I'm not, active, incredibly sedentary lifestyle, I will gain weight. And but as long as I'm active, I work out or I, walk a bunch like at work, it's like I really have to commit to eating to be gaining weight. And so that's something that, I want my schedule to be a little looser. This week was, I actually got my 2 days off week. The last 2 weeks I worked 61 and a half hours. And the next week I worked 64 hours and I had one day off each day. And yeah,
Didn't you get caught in though on your last day off though, or was that the week before?
the last 2 weeks. So this week doesn't count for that. This is
Okay,
the
okay.
week because I mean, today's, I don't know, Thursday? Today's
Yes,
Thursday.
yeah.
And so the week, which is this last Saturday, that week, and the week before that, it's never the same day. It's like the day before or something. They'll be like, oh, we need you to work the next day. And but still it's very short notice typically. But that's part of why I haven't done anything like the entire month of December. I had one day off a week, and when I have that one day off, I just take the entirety of that time to just not do anything, and that's how it's been, especially with one day off a week. But those are good excuses and they're valid excuses, and a lot of people are in that spot. It just depends on how much you value it. If I was still gaining weight, I would feel such a stronger urge to get into the gym. But since I'm not, and I use at least one day off a week to not do anything, just relax and completely unwind without responsibilities. And so that's what the second day of the week is. I'm off is what I need. It's when I get more chores and things done.
It's like one day it's just a you day, the other day it's just okay, I got to do all these errands before they start pounding up.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I kind of end up getting a little bit piled up anyhow, but my girlfriend helps out a lot.
Well, more
And
piled up.
yeah, she helps me out with some stuff that makes things a lot easier. But yeah, that's part of why I haven't gotten so much. To me, I haven't been like to the gym because I take that at least one day of the week and to do nothing if I can. And sometimes, the second day of the week, I don't know I didn't have it off, and so I do nothing on the first day. And then the second day comes and they're like, "Oh, we need you to work." And I'm like, "Oh, I was going to do stuff today." But I ended up looking at an article, which is really cool, just randomly. And it was talking about if you work a whole lot and you have one day off a week, it's best to use that one day off to completely unwind, which is what I did already. And I was like, "Oh, that's really neat." And,
Yeah,
um,
I 100% agree with that.
and so it's just completely unwind and let your mind come down, relax, ease, and let go of all this other stuff you've been doing. Because otherwise, oh my God, yeah, if I used my whole day that I was off to do a bunch of chores, unless they were like something I enjoyed, like sometimes I enjoy cleaning the house to make it look good if it looks messy, for like a couple hours, and hour or 2 hours, whatever. But if I don't like the activity of the chore I have to do, well then it's just you're not relieving yourself of that stress.
All right, so since okay, you and me have both, and I've been like we go to the gym, we start going to the gym, we stop, and then we start again. So for you, how is it like I'm trying to think of the right way to say this.
Hmm.
How exactly does it help you? What helps you get into the gym and yeah, okay, yeah. What helps you get into the gym and all that? And what's some stuff that you would say for people getting into the gym for the first time to help them?
Because I've been in and out of it before, and I
So
know
you have
how I
experience, like,
work.
stopping. You have experience stopping and
Yeah.
going automatically.
So I know exactly how I work. So this is the answer for my own problem of just not going. And I don't see it as a huge problem for me, but just strictly for myself, I want to be going back and put this, into my schedule. And so for getting to you get into the gym for the first time, you're saying? Was your
Yeah,
kind of your point? Okay,
yeah.
so going for the first time, I mean, you've got to set yourself up. And when we mentioned going to the gym, it doesn't have to be you go to a physical gym, but a lot of people need to have that to keep them accountable. And the word accountable is going to be said multiple times today because it's really important and to keep yourself going back to the gym. But I will say going the first day is the most important. Well, you have to start. That's the most important moment. Like, let's say for anything you're doing, but just today we're talking about going to the gym. And so going the first day is the most important moment for you working out for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, the rest of your life. And
Hey, sorry to cut you off right there, but do you remember how long they say it takes to build a habit?
I think it's like 90 days or something.
Okay, yeah.
And I agree with that. Mine, I think, forms slightly quicker than 90 days, but I agree with that kind of
Wait,
wavelength there.
then how long does it take to break a bad habit? Because I thought it was easier to.
I think it's harder to form a habit. Well, oh, wait a minute. I don't know about that. I'm only on the form a habit side right now. I'm not sure about the break the habit.
Okay, you
It's
look.
really hard to break a bad habit versus forming a new habit or forming a habit, I guess. It depends on
Uh,
what it is. You just
I,
have to
uh,
quit doing it. But
I continue as you were saying. I'll look that up
so
real fast.
I'm trying to hit back. And so going the first time is the most important because until you do that, you can't worry about the next 5 times you're supposed to go, the week or 20 times the month or whatever it is. And so you got to go the first time. So if you need a gym membership to hold yourself accountable, get it. That's why I got a gym membership to hold myself accountable. It made me go because I'm paying for it and I don't like to just throw my money everywhere and because I work hard for my money. And so they held me accountable. Like I'm paying for this. I need to use it. And, uh, and so first and foremost, accountability, got to go the first day. And then other things to get back into the gym. I mean, if you have the discipline to stay home and do it, you can do it, but you're going to have to make a schedule. And it even making the schedule works as well with going to the actual physical gym versus at home. But the schedule is even more important when you're at home because you're not at the physical location to hold yourself accountable. Like you drive to the gym and walk in, you have to work out. Now, if you are at home, you get off of work, it's very easy to not do it and get distracted with other things like, oh, I should make dinner. Oh, I should do laundry. Oh, this, that, and the other. And the next thing you know, you're not going to work out that day. And so you really need to have a schedule if you can do it from home. You can do it from home or at the gym. You just got to make something that's going to hold you accountable. And so once you get there and go in there, you do your first day, most important day out of the way. Well, now worry about your second day. Don't worry about, oh my God, I have to go, 5 days a week. You don't have to do 5 days a week. You can start with 3, something manageable, something you can achieve. And then just worry about the next day. Don't worry about why am I not seeing results yet when you've been working out for 2 weeks. You're not going to see much in 2 weeks. You got to go for months. You got to go 3 months before you start to see something. Now, if you're losing weight at a healthy weight, I see you, Brandon. 2 pounds a week is good. You can do that. You may start to notice a little bit based on your body weight, how much like I have, not a ton of weight to give, even though I'm like 160 right now, which I don't want to get any less than that. I was 180, but 2 pounds a week, you'll start to notice that over a couple weeks, but still that's, 3 weeks if you're a skinnier person. And so it's going to take time. Remember, it's going to take time. You had something you wanted to jump in with, Brandon?
Yeah, I was also gonna say is like it's gonna be more noticeable for other people that your physique is changing before you honestly notice it. Because I remember when I went like really regularly, I remember it was like this both happened within like the same day or same week. And like first my aunt made a comment, it's like, "Hey Brandon, have you been like she was like, "Hey Brandon, have you been losing weight or have you been going to the gym or something?" I was like, I was like, I think she was asking if I was losing weight. I was like, I don't know. She was like, "It's like you're looking skinnier and all that." I was like, Am I? I haven't noticed anything." And then
Yeah.
like fast forward a couple of days later, I get basically asked the same question. I'd walk by one of my coworkers. I'm like, I mean, yeah, I'm going to the gym, but I don't think I look any different.
Hmm.
So honestly, I was looking different to people, but even though I didn't notice it.
Yeah. And that, yeah, that's true. Like even then when I was in like 185 or something ish, I think at some point I got, maybe that was not a morning weight though. And but I was in over 180, 180 range somewhere. And when I was in there, I noticed at some point in some pictures I was taking, I was like, man, I got a double chin. Not like intense, but like still there. And I've never had that kind of thing going on. And so for me, when I saw that, I was just like, wait a minute. And so, and if I just noticed that, people noticed that before I did. And just like you mentioned, people are going to notice it before you do because you look at yourself every day. Someone doesn't see you for 2 weeks, then sees you, they're like, whoa, look at you. And so I noticed that in some pictures, like, that's not me. I knew I was getting bigger, but I was like, I don't like that at all. I like my jawline. I don't want to have this little extra hanging down. It's like time to start losing some weight. And then, and so that's when I needed to make a change because I wanted to make a change for myself.
All right, yeah. So honestly, for me, like the same thing I asked you is like but like one thing I gotta say is like for people, more people like me that are like when they run athletics and that like that are like a little chubby and all that, and like I think honestly for like people like that, it's harder for us to go to the gym because of the fact that we're it's like more of a mental thing that we're thinking that everybody is judging us, everybody's looking at us whenever we get to the gym. That was one of the big things I had to overcome whenever I first started going by myself.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, everybody's looking at me and all that. That's why I decided to get a 24-hour membership and go in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
But then I started going, sometimes during the day, and I'm like, it's a thing that people like like me that were a little chubby and all that
Yeah.
had to or like were a little bit bigger had to realize like because like that's I've seen a lot of people. It's like people like that like they think everybody's looking at them and all that and judging them. Nobody's really judging us. Nobody's really looking at us or paying attention to us.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, like that it took me a while to get out of my head. Now I still go at night because I just like to go at night, like less people and all that.
Yeah. That's the
You,
one thing I say about going at night. I just hate having all these people in my way. I'd much rather go during the day, but I want to get a workout in. I want it to be smooth and seamless. What I want to do, then hit the next set. I don't want to have to wait 5 minutes to hit another thing. And so that's why I would go at later at night in the evening, not like super late, but because I would be uninterrupted in my workouts. I like to go in, I like to get it done and get out within 45 minutes ish, and not over an hour ever. Because if I was going over an hour, I was wasting time. Not, and I wasn't. Don't get this wrong with what you're doing too. You don't have to be doing something every second, but also a lot of people go, I went to the gym for an hour and a half, and they don't work very hard for the hour and a half. I like to be efficient. I'll go in and hit some sets, have a 2 minute rest, 1 minute and a half rest, whatever, between a set of reps.
yeah,
And,
I got
and,
you.
uh, and then boom, hit the next set, hit the next set. All right, boom. Now between that, I get a water break. And then, maybe in 3 minutes, then I hit the next muscle group or something like, it's not down to the seconds, like exact science like that. But I did start setting a timer to, because of science about that stuff that I won't get into. And I wanted an efficient workout. I wanted to get results and I wanted to get in and get out. Even though I did enjoy it, it still work. But I didn't want to, my time was, even then, of course, as it is now, it was valuable. And
Yeah.
so efficiency is what I was going for.
No, yeah, I get you on that. But like yeah, like so like if you're like if you're bigger and all that, and you want to go to the gym and all that, but you like have the mindset like everybody's gonna be judging me, everybody's gonna be critiquing me and all that. most likely nobody's really gonna look at you or pay attention to you. Everybody's just minding their own business. And if anything, if somebody notices you doing something wrong, they may be cool and be like, "Hey, you're doing a little wrong. Let me show you how. Yeah, let me help you fix it real fast."
There's a lot of nice people at the gym
Yeah,
that are in that lane of, oh, hey, you're doing that. Here, let me help you out with your form. Your form's not right. There's a lot of people that'll help you out with that. Everyone, you're going to think that you are being judged more than you are. You're the biggest critique of yourself more than anybody else. And so remember that remember why you're there. You're doing this for you. And so be there for yourself. Take care of yourself. Get in there and get it done. And somebody may look at you. They're not going to be staring at you the whole time and thinking about you. They're in their own workout. I cannot work out while focusing on somebody else. I can't have a conversation while working out and get the good workout I want to have. And so don't worry about what these other people are thinking about you. You're going into the gym for yourself. Yeah, you're not where you want to be, but that's why you're there.
yeah,
Work on
exactly.
yourself.
Yeah, like also like one thing I gotta say, if you're busy posting on somebody that's walking a lot, like before you leave your house and go to walk, put your gym bag in your car so that way the second you're off of walk and all that, even if you're tired, you can go to the gym and start working out. That's something I did whenever I was weight off, and like literally after every night shift, I would sorry, I thought I saw something outside the window. After every night shift, I would literally go to the gym, do my workouts, then go home, eat, shower, then be too tired to do anything else, and like 50% of the time pass out.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to set up the system to get it done. That's why I said making a schedule. You have to set up a routine, is another star word here, right next to accountability. Having a routine. You have to make this routine to keep going to the gym. You got to, whatever, if you commit to 3 days, you have to go 3 days a week. No ifs, ands, or
Yeah,
buts. You
like
have to make it work.
it also became to the point to where like I think at the beginning I had to like remind myself to pack it and all that, but then it got to the point to where I did it automatically and all that, and if I forgot I would go home, grab it, and then go to the gym.
hmm If you don't hold yourself accountable, you'll never stay there long term.
it, be-
And
it became like a really easy it became a habit. I'm just now realizing that it became a real habit of me just to go to the gym after walk at night.
yeah. If you don't hold yourself accountable, you're never going to do it long term, no matter what it is, besides just the gym. But we're talking about the gym today. And because that's the thing, whenever I stopped going to the gym, and it's because I quit one day and I was like, okay, it's good. It's fine. I'll quit one day. And then you quit 2 days. You're like, it's just 2 days. Then you quit 3 days. Then you quit 5 days. Then you quit 14 days. And then you've quit for months. And that's the thing. If you quit that one day, and don't go. There's going to be days where you have to like sidestep it and be like, oh, well, I can't go.
Yeah,
And because it's something that's fine, but you have to go back. You can't put it into a long run of things. You quit for a day, 2 days, 3 days. The longer it goes, the harder it gets. It gets so much more difficult to get back in it because you're putting yourself out of the routine.
okay, you froze, your screen froze for a second. I was like, what the?
Oh, well, I'm still moving around over here. Maybe
Okay,
it
yeah.
froze in the thing, but that's, I mean, you have accountability. You got to make your routine. You got to keep going. And that, I mean, those little things right there, I mean, that's the biggest keys to your success right there. Is just being sure you hold yourself accountable, keep going and forming the routine. If you can just do those, everything else will fall into place. Even if you're doing the wrong workouts, the wrong stuff there, the wrong form, as long as you're doing those to start with, you'll fix all the other stuff. If you can't do the routine, hold yourself accountable, you'll never fix the other stuff because you won't be there to fix it.
Like, here's the thing I also realized, like, whenever I formed a habit, I think there was a week, like, well, I kept on making an excuse every single day of why I couldn't go, and that kind of broke my pattern, and it took me a while to form that again, to go back into the gym. Like,
Yeah.
now that I look back at it, I think most of those, like, probably like 6 of those excuses I made for that one week of not to go weren't really that valid. I can't remember what it
hmm
was, but I remember like there was a week that kind of why I didn't go, and that kind of threw me off, and like
Yeah.
made it difficult for me to go back in.
Yeah.
Like once you get off, it's harder to get back in. Then you
Oh,
know,
yeah, absolutely. One thing that helped me out a lot is listening to like motivational content. about like you've got that bald dude that's like a Navy SEAL. He's really good. He's got a real stern voice, like you have to do this. And there's a lot of different people. Joe Rogan, that guy UFC guy, he's real good. I mean, just different stuff like that. There's a dude that says good, like you're tired, don't want to go to the gym. Good. You had a flat tire on the way to the gym. Good. Because this stuff is going to make you stronger than you were going to be before they happened. Anything that bad happens, good. Like that's one of his things that he mentioned. So if anyone knows what I'm talking about when I say that, they know exactly who I'm talking about. But you've got to make it. You got to do it. It's just you got to do it for yourself. Don't forget to do it for yourself.
And also, one thing that, like, if you're about to go to the gym for the first time or anything like that, one thing, Blaine will attest to this, bring headphones in, because those will help you out so much.
Headphones. So things that I go to the gym, right? I don't bring anything with me. Besides, I got my phone. I leave my wallet in my vehicle because I don't need it in there. I don't want to put it in a locker. I'm not in all that crap. I want to get in, get a good workout, get out. And so I bring my phone in my pocket, and I got some headphones. Now we're in a day and age where they can be wireless. That is freaking awesome. So much better. So you can have your phone in your pocket. You do some crazy stuff. You put your phone on the ground. Put it somewhere nobody's going to step on it, including yourself. Don't put a weight on it. You'll break the crap out of it. Haven't done it, but it happens.
Yeah.
And bring some music. It's so many people do that because it gives you like laser focus. And that's what I would do. I'd go there. I'd put my earbuds in. I'd turn the music up, and it's just me and the weight and myself. Oftentimes I would work out and I would look at myself in the mirror. And because I like seeing how I look in the mirror as I'm working out, because once you start seeing progress, you're going to love it. You're not going to like it at first, especially if you're a super out of shape person that you don't like yourself already. I was very skinny when I started. So even then, I looked at myself in the mirror because an old habit I formed way back in high school. But even then, I wasn't looking at myself like, yeah, I'm looking swole. I was just looking at myself for good form and things. But as I started to get results, I would stare at myself in the mirror like, yeah, that's it, man. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look, I got the vein coming out of my bicep. Oh, yeah. Like stuff like that. You're going to start doing that. And this is that whenever you start being accountable and coming back over and over again, this is what starts to fuel you keep coming back. You start getting the results. And you start seeing that, it's just a drug. And you start going back because of that. Like, that's why I want to be back in it, because I missed that. And just doing it and making that progress, feeling good about yourself. You always feel good after a good workout. You may be tired, but you feel accomplished. And that's the stuff that you're going to start getting that feeling. That's why you have to keep going. You'll get there. It's going to take time, but you're going to get there. And once you start making the habit, you're going to keep going and going and going. And you're going to thank yourself in months down the road, a year down the road. You're going to be so grateful that you started and didn't give up because of the results and the progress you made. Brandon, have you seen Junior on Snapchat?
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
Well, I told him we're going to interview him. Oh, man, this would have been a perfect episode for that. We can do a part 2 of this, or not even part 2 of this. I asked him, I was like, hey, can we interview you? And he said, yeah. And
dude, oh my God, imagine how he is from high school and how he is now. Oh my God, that's such a big difference.
See, yeah, and so like even like he is the example
of
a hard
into the gym. When did he get into the gym? Like,
he started just a tiny bit over a year ago. So that man,
what is he? If you don't mind
Granbury.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, he's over there and where we used to live, and so he's doing good. I'm really proud of him for doing all that, and he's just finding himself, getting himself taken care of.
Yeah, like I just remember, like he's not one that posts a lot on social media. Surprisingly, you'd think he would be, but he doesn't.
No, he doesn't, and he just kind of peekabooed like, hey, I kind of been working out, and just showed a little bit, and I was like, whoo. Damn, man!
I can't remember why I saw it. I can't remember which platform I saw it, but I saw it was like, damn. I was like,
Snapchat. He's been doing work. We're gonna have Junior come on here and talk with us, and all that good stuff. And maybe we'll put some progress photos up on there. I'll be up to him. And but just know this man is significant progress. Abs, guns. You see the tricep. You see the definition around all the shoulders. He is getting to a point where he's like chiseled and looking good. I don't
know if you remember him, but do you remember Shorty from high school?
Yeah, that man is skinny and tall.
Oh my God,
and fit.
So I so we had a class together like one year after high school and all that. I sat down next to him, not realizing it was him.
Mhm.
It was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" So whenever I heard his voice, I was like, "Oh, this is supposed to know who I am." Like,
Yeah.
this is supposed to be a guys I've never seen this person before. And then I was like, why does that voice sound familiar? And then you see the gears turning and all that. I'm like,
Mhm.
Shorty? He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah. It's been years since I've seen him, but I saw him. I was like, yeah, I think I should Shorty, or I may have said Christian. I was like, Christian Lamone?
No, Shorty.
Yeah. No, that's the same person.
No, yeah, same person. My bad. I
It's
always
the
forget his
same
first name.
person.
I always forget
Shorty,
his.
and so I don't know if we should be having last names flying around about out here, but that's what we're doing. I was like, Christian? And he's like, yeah. I was like, Shorty? And he's like, yeah, it's me. I was like, no way. Oh my God. I
I
was like,
think
you look
whenever
freaking great, dude.
I think
He's
the first time I saw
tall.
him was like 3 years after high school. I was like, whoa.
He was a heavier set guy. That's a transformation. I didn't even not recognize that dude, just like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a little bit of the face, like it looks kind of familiar. And then boom, it was him. I was blown away. And I was like, man, it's good to see you. That was one of my good friends. And
Yeah.
so it was cool to see him. I ain't seen him in so long. See someone like that, you get to that point, you just got to stay accountable, follow a routine, get
Mm-hmm.
after it. And if you keep doing those things, then learn about how to do your workouts right, learn how to eat right. And those things are going to help you stay in the gym. You can't eat all the dirty stuff. You'll look up, it's 80% eating, 20% effort, things like that. I don't want to get too detailed on that stuff. We've talked about some of the stuff before. Go eat
Then
right, look up
and
workouts.
yeah.
Don't stay in the gym for 3 hours. You don't need to. Remember, you have to have your rest days as well. Let your muscles rest on some days. They have to get bigger, and otherwise you'll get your body fatigued and everything. It's quote unquote bad. We won't explain that today.
Yeah, I also do want to say, well, like we're getting up to 30 minutes, so I kind of want to start having this up. But I do want to say
Yep.
this one thing. Something that can also help people, because I know this helps out one of our friends, is going with somebody else or going with the group.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's big.
one of our friends, either his cousin or him, posted a picture of them going to the gym almost every other day and all that. And like he's told me, like it's his cousin that helps him keep him accountable. Like he's accountable too, because he's talked to me like whenever they weren't able to go for a week, because they're workout partners and all that. And
Mm,
he's told me he's like man, I need to go back to the gym. He's like, you guys haven't been to the gym? He's like, no. And he's felt bad when he's like hasn't gone in a week and all that.
yeah. Yeah, because you get that groove, and then you're at a tipping point to where you've been going for a while, and then you don't go for several days. You're like, what am I doing with myself?
Yeah, and then you each are kind of keeping each other accountable and all that, and helping each other out.
That's a big thing. Having a partner for accountability is really big. Just like having the gym membership,
Oh
having
yeah,
someone else
100%.
that needs to go to the gym just like you do, you hold yourself up. So the day that you don't feel like going, well, he does. He makes you go. The day
Yeah.
that you feel like going, they don't. You make them go. And that's y'all hold each other up, and it's just even better that way, because now you've got, instead of you talking yourself out of it, the other person can be like, no, you're going to the gym. Sorry, you're tired. I'm tired too. And it's even better that way. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you can have a partner, it helps out a lot.
Now, also, I do want to say, because I did mention this, and I did say I would talk about it real fast. I've only been to the gym once this year. I would have got more, but I think I pulled a muscle or a nerve or something. Like probably either when I went to the gym or a day or two after, because my leg has been holding, and like
Mhm.
it's been causing me. It's been making it hard for me to sleep. So I'm like, I really can't go to the gym if my leg keeps on acting up.
You could go to the gym and do arms.
Okay, that is true. That's true. But I want to do the whole rotation.
Yeah, but it's just
And I'm
the same
starting to.
excuse that I may have made at some point.
And I also do want to say, I think it may have been because I didn't stretch, and I did do like a little bit of arms and a little bit of legs whenever I went to the gym for the first time this year, and I
Mhm.
didn't stretch at all.
This is not focused on me. I'm trying to fix it. Come back, Jack.
There we
Hey,
go.
crystal
Yes.
clear.
So I do want to also say, remember the stretch, because I think that may have been the reason I may have fucked up my leg.
I never stretched, but you should.
Yeah, you should.
Honestly, you can just start out with like a real light set of the one weight you're doing, or you can just do it like a stretch.
But see,
I
also
will
the
say
thing,
this.
I did also try to do a max amount. I used to also try to do same routine I did when I went to the gym. I'm like, it's been 2 years since I've been to the gym. That was a bad idea.
Oh yeah, you have to. I have done this 2 different times, maybe three. I can remember. Literally felt like I needed to die. You cannot do your. I have a problem with this. Doing your same intensity of a workout when you haven't been in a year or so, you're going to kill yourself. You will. You can probably do it. I could do it. I did it. But the next day you were going to be so freaking sore. You have to slow down. You got to take it lighter, and you got to tell yourself, "Hey, we're still here to get some work in, but we need to take it easy. Your muscles got to get used to it again, because then you make yourself too sore where it hurts. You're not going to go back the next day, or even 3 days for that matter, probably, because it hurts that much."
Yeah, like I think on the arms, I took down the weight, but on the legs, I tried to keep the same for majority of it. I think that was a bad idea.
Yeah, and legs is even worse than arms and stuff. Even then, but when I went, I did arms and I did legs too, and I killed myself on the arms. My arms hurt so much. I felt like I needed to walk. You know how people walk like this, and they're
Oh
up
yeah,
here
yeah.
like this walking. I had to. I had to
Oh,
do
I
that.
feel like that for two
My
days
arms
after.
were stuck like that.
Oh,
I would literally grab it and I would pull it. It wouldn't want to go past this, and I'd pull it like that, and like to stretch it out, or I'd put my arm behind a wall or something and like do this. I just stretch where you can't really see me, but you put your arm like on a wall, and then you
wait, hold on, hold
you
on, hold
push
on,
your
hold on. Let me
shoulder
do
out.
this so fast. Let me do this. There we go. Do it again. Now we can see
I
you.
mean, like I have a window seal here. Oh, look at that. But you put your arm on something, your palms like that, and then as you stretch, you like push your shoulder out, and you just kind of turn. And as you turn, this kind of feels like it's coming out. But what it does is it stretches this bicep right here, and because the part that hurts is right there in your elbow, and it helps you stretch it and get some of the soreness out. But it hurts,
Oh
and
my,
that's something I would do.
oh my God, that was literally the same way with me with my arms after I did that. I was like, okay. So I was like door dashing. I was like, okay, I can barely move my arms and all this stuff.
Oh my god,
I
yeah.
was like, oh God, why did I choose to do this? And I think I went to the mall like 2 days afterwards with one of our friends, and I was trying to act nonchalant. I don't know if you ever noticed, but my arms were
Hmm.
always like in a weird position, and they
Yeah.
were fully like down. Like I think I had a jacket on, so I kind of kept them on my jacket to make them look a little more normal. But like it was like hopefully nobody notices I'm walking funny.
Yeah, literally what I was doing. I was just trying to put my arms down to where I didn't look like I was like, I'm the fittest guy here. I was trying not to look like that. And I was just like, I just can't let my arms hang. They hurt so
Yeah.
freaking bad. Like 9 out of 10 hurt. Like absolutely insane.
So the worst time for me is whenever I kind of did briefly start working out in high school with one of our friends. I tried to do some of the same weight he did, and he did help me out, and he did teach me the basics and all that. But I remember
Mhm.
one day we did leg day. I literally almost fell down the stairs and like stay at school.
Oh
I was
god.
walking with with a friend of mine, and like he saw me like my legs kind of buckled, and me grabbed the rail as we were going down the stairs, and he started laughing. I was like, oh dear God, I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna make it through today. And then I think I told our friend that was kind of like showing me the ropes of working out and all that, and he was like, "Good.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna do something else to I think we're gonna do this." I was like, "Oh dear God, I'm not gonna be able to move my body after this week, am I?"
You gotta just slow roll your way into getting back into it. If you've been into it before, trust me. If
Yeah.
you haven't done it before, you'll learn real quick because I did it and
Yep.
it's bad. And then you won't go for days because of that because it hurts. I mean, literally painful just to walk, get out of bed, go up and down stairs, and but if you stretch it out, it'll get rid of it faster. But we
Mm-hmm.
ain't going into that. All right.
All right. So what's our Instagram, Blaine?
Put it on the screen now for the Long Haul Podcast on Instagram. Give us a like, go over there and comment on our post. Tell us something you want us to talk about, or if you have something to add to this, put it on there. Show the world what you got, and because there's always going to be something we miss. That's part of it. And then if you guys want to send us an email, sponsorship information, or if that's your preferred method of communication, as I like to say, email us at for the long nope FTLH, and that was before you fixed it. I just was, for some reason, decided to read what you had on the screen. FTLH podcast at gmail.com, like for the long haul, FTLH podcast at gmail.com.
All right, guys, and until the next episode, you guys have a good one, and remember to be safe when you go to the gym.
And yeah, I was gonna be like,
I
and
thought you
stay
was- I thought-
warm.
I
Then
thought
I
you
was like, what
expected
if
me to
it's
say
not
something. I was like,
cold? I was gonna be like, and stay warm out there. But I was like, but what if it's not cold where they are? What if it's
yeah. What if it's a
hot?
What if it's a southern hemisphere where they're going from summer to fall soon? Because we're slowly getting out of winter and going into spring on the northern.
Stay at room temp.
Yep. All right, bye.
Bye.